delusional ideas, genius gods and ancient Egyptian gods. It's my name. It's mental health here in Australia. Yesterday video, I was agreeing as a pharmacist. I'm agreeing on the point of view that having delusional ideas and psychotic behavior through believing in delusions, that science treating gods or any supernatural activity as a delusion. If you stick to it, you will be a delusional. It's a symptom of psychosis. It's a symptom of psychosis. The symptoms of psychosis are like beliefs that an ordinary event has a special and personal meaning. Belief that our thoughts are not own, are not once own. Our thoughts are not once own. My thought is not mine, but implanted. False belief of superiority. I'm not a human. I'm an alien. I am a god. This is psychosis from the behavioral point of view. Belief that an ordinary, normal event has special meaning. Believe that thoughts are not mine, but implanted. Believe that our false belief of superiority. I'm not human. I'm an alien. I am your God, the supreme God. Psychologically, psychosis is connected to religious delusions. Like in the religions, the Moses talked to God. He is delusional. Moses, according to psychology, modern psychology, he will be taken to the bank's house because he alleging that he was talking to that he left his people to get some fire, and when he get close to the fire talked to him. Extremely delusional. Extremely crazy. Fuck what you saying, man. Muhammad, when he went to in the Ghar and something appeared uh, uh, to him, and this thing is not human, it has wings and delusional. Bank's house. So psychologically, it's a religious solution. So the person, he will allege he's in connection with God, or there's an intermediate connection with God, or he is between human and God. He is a bridge between humans and God, or like Jesus, or like this Khara or this Khara. Speech deficiency of speed. So the behavior of psychotics. So the last video, which I was asking for help. I'm a victim of torture. The criminals here, they tortured me and they cause psychosis, which is the maximum harm a torture could cause. Torture, when you torture someone physically or mentally, the effect of torture will be on the victim brain. So the victim at the beginning feel traumatized because of what's happening to him psychologically, mentally. Some people they use it's a psychological torture is more aggressive or more serious than the physical. Someone like this is not psychologically harmful, like when I ask someone to take your clothes. For some people, for the stupid people or the psychotic people or the delusion or the psychopath is not normal. It's normal someone ask you to take your clothes. But if you have respect towards yourself and you see someone, he shouldn't be naked in front of someone because he is in a position, for example. So you can torture some people, get tortured without even touching them. Take your clothes. Or I bring in the movie Funny Games. That's what they did in the movie. There's a movie called Funny Games. It's the movie which could make a normal person the most depressed. The movie which can make an average person very depressed. Funny Games. Two psychopaths. They look very friendly, very nice, very blah blah blah. They torture people physically, but they tortured the woman in this movie psychologically. They broke her husband's leg and they asked her, take your clothes to see if you have stretch marks or no. So she was tearing when she was take his clothes off. They didn't fuck her. They gays. They in the movie they look like gays. But the torture is he told his brother, I'm telling she has no stretch marks. Her body is very nice. He said, how can take off your clothes? Torture. So anyway, in the last video, I was agreeing with the concept that the people who tortured me, I'm a victim of torture. As a victim of torture, they got the maximum target of torture, which is your report from your psychiatrist, psychotic. Why? Because of repeatedly arrest and malicious persecution and abuse. The person, uh, so when someone lost his self-respect, very serious. But in this video, I will I will show another point of view. I'm not talking it's my point of view or blah blah blah. I'm just opposing the opinion of the doctor. But I will make this video in English and I will send also to the White House because it's very, very serious. It's very serious what I am going to refer in this video. Okay, so for an idiot person, it's psychosis. And finish in the story, we take antipsychotic and in the story. But we'll have deep look. Scientology. These aliens to human causing spiritual harm. Regardless causing spiritual harm or no, but they believe that these aliens adhere to humans. Immortal spirits of aliens. So these aliens lose their bodies according to what he say. So they are just spirits looking for what is it could adhere to him. Adhere meaning to hold fast, to stick, to give support or maintain loyalty, to give support or to stick. So what these people, they saying what I'm saying. Sharif has been killed. And if you ask his best friend, they will tell you this man is not Sharif. This man is not Sharif before 2012. He is Sharif, but he is not. Not me. I'm not saying my friend, my best friend. Not best friend because he is a good man, but because he know me long time ago, before the incident. He knows Sharif before the incident. So I will oppose the theory that psychosis and everyone who refer to aliens will be a psychotic. We'll go to the movie, the X-Pax movie, the K-Pax movie, the so in the movie K-Pax there was two theories. He is a psychotic, schizophrenic, or he is truly an alien.
Doctor, doctor,
Doctor,
doctor, doctor. How many doctors are there on this planet?
The orbital pattern that your planet takes through this system.
My pleasure. I think that's right.
Stephen, could you input that? Already on it. What's going on?
I take it my calculations help explain the perturbations you've been seeing in the rotation pattern of your binary star, but have been unable to explain until this moment.
How, how could but you know this.
It's very challenging because a psychotic patients or schizophrenic, they always, it's impossible for them to give you any information, not a theory, not a scientific theory. They can't even give you any information about themselves. And if the paranoid schizophrenic, they'll tell you, I have secrets, I have stories I can't tell you. Or the catatonic schizophrenic interview, they say, why you different from the other people? Say, because I'm playing piano. So when ask him what you have difference, what you do which other people, the average people can do, is playing piano. So the psychotics, schizophrenia will never give you anything, will never add anything to the human history, or will never make any difference in the human history. So we will see the chance of coincidence. The chance of coincidence to happen. We'll see Einstein, what Einstein said about coincidence. Einstein is a genius. A coincidence is a small miracle when God chooses to remain anonymous. Was Einstein psychotic or delusional? He's very scientific. And from a scientific point of view, I'm saying many coincidences happening in the same manner is never to be a coincidence. A coincidence means happen by chance, once, twice, either. But if I give you the same, if same coincidence happening repeatedly or many times or daily, it's not a coincidence. It's a fact. In 1990, this was Muhafiz al-Dakhaliya, the governor of the state Dakhaliya, giving me a prize. And for, I was at this 1990, for writing. I was writing poetry. You know, the Quran verses is writing is not, Quran verse not poetry, it's something between poetry and so I was writing boot. So he give me he make he like takrim. He giving me a prize for being so smart to write poetry in this age. 1993, I was the top in the intelligence exam for the people before they go to the first year, because in the secondary school there are schools for the intelligent or the super intelligent students. There are special schools. They not mix it in the normal schools with average people. So they make an exam. Once you pass this exam, you can go to this school. It's like camp in Cairo. I didn't go to this school because I'm in Mansoura, but I went to the exam to see how the exam will go on. So I was the top. So to solve the 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 problem of religion, I wanted to solve the problem of religion, but something supernatural happened. It was not Sharif. Something alien happened. And who I'm referring to alien, I will show you in this video that alien is not just a super intelligence or super accurate. Your destiny, your destiny, they can write it. Not just, they can, the time machine, they can go back and change things and get in. They can go back to bring things to use in the future or take things from the future to use in the back. Time is different according to alien. It's not like our time on earth, human time, past, present, future. The time is different for the aliens. It's the same steady line. So they can use or abuse the humans at any time. Today you alive. Today you die. They can go back and decide your death, which wasn't supposed to happen. So it's very, very serious. We'll talk about if you so that is that possible that they can inject ideas inside the brain or take ideas or steal ideas from your brain. It's possible. So it's not everyone alleging that it's not my idea. Even the genius boots in Arab, everyone believes he has a genie supporting him. That's who they call genius. He said, because I can bring all these verses and you can't. I'm assisted by a very strong genie. That's what they call the genius, Abaqara. So this concept is an old concept. So those genius, the Abaqara, would be treated as a psychotics. They believe that the genie bought the verses of poetry inside their minds. For years, I was thinking I'm creating all this, I'm fabricating all this. A writer. But I found that they were telling me what I should write. ولكنهم كانوا يخبرونني بما يتوجب علي كتابته. It's a movie, the madness. A writer, he was writing and he found what his writing is happening. So he realized that he can't do this, but the ideas injected into his mind, so he writes it. So it's no writer.
Say after I say that, I always apologize because I am all for hedging your bets. I'm not beyond that at all. What do you think of that view? Well, I think that the sort of Newtonian. I mean, Newton thought that he was working out God's laws, and he was demonstrating the glory of God's mind when he worked out the laws of
the laws of mechanics and so on. I'm not so at ease with that as you seem to be, because it does seem to me that if there is a supernatural, superhuman intelligence that worked it all out, in a way that undermines the entire scientific enterprise, because we are, maybe an evolutionary biologist feels this more strongly, the whole enterprise of evolutionary biology is to explain how you get prodigious complexity and design from virtually nothing. I mean, we hand over to physicists when we can go beyond the virtually nothing to the absolutely nothing. But if you start from, if you say start from quite an advanced level, bacteria, and work up to mammals and humans.
I will show in this video, because psychiatrists, according to psychiatrists, they say I found hidden meaning found believe that he has special ability, hidden meaning in Quran, Darwin, blah blah blah, Hitler. He failed to understand what I told him, so I will challenging him now to say that I solved the problem of religion once and forever through a text. This text shouldn't happen and impossible to be made by human intelligence. So I will explain in this video why it's impossible to be made by human intelligence. It's in Arabic verses. I will try to translate as possible as I can, but I advise the President of the White House to find an interpreter to translate accurately, to know the seriousness I'm referring to, and it will show the way I should be treated in Australia, not because I want to be treated good. I'm referring to immortal spirits. So immortal spirits want to bring justice for someone who has got killed because of white animals. So I'm not looking for food or money or sex. I can get those things without the headache of religion. So what I'm referring to this now is very serious. And the idiot, if any average psychiatrist could say psychosis, but you need to examine what I'm referring to, because if it was what I'm referring to is right, you are in a real danger. So this is the text which I'm referring to. This text, this photo is a post. It's a photo taken to a post on my Facebook account. These Arabic verses, when you write Arabic, it will not be arranged like this. When you write Arabic, it will not be arranged like this, but because it's posted on an English account, and there are English letters, signature, up and above and down the verses, arranged automatically like this, like that. So where is the point? The point is that many coincidence is not a coincidence. you write Arabic, the Arabic will be like this. Like this. From right to left. So the number of the verses will be at the end of every sentence, of every verse. Okay? So this arrangement for me as a writer, or for a human as a writer, is impossible to predict, to be predictable, to be arranged like that, because I'm writing every verse, you know, the beginning will be from right to left. So this word, under this word would be like this on, so this will be moving, and the beginning will be on one line. But you find the ends are on one straight line, numbers. What happened after posting these verses in Arabic? A super intelligence or supernatural start to appear, that there are verses inside. ثلاث ثالثهما انصلب على الإنسان منزلا بالأرض بالعذاب أبصرته روح وأخرى رب جليس. And end at the number one. There are three gods. One of these gods has been crucified, and this God is the God, half man, and superior or man. After he crucified, the earth found him sitting to judge people in the judgment day. And in at the number one referring to praise the سبح اسمي الأعلى نجوما السماء صابت النجوم. The Sabia and the Majus, they praised the highest star of the sky, which is the sun. So this is the first line. This line is hidden inside the verses. We will say it's a coincidence, okay? Let's say it's a coincidence. It's very hard to be a coincidence to describe the religion of the cross. If you look at the verse 7, you'll find تنزيل باسم خلق الإنسان من علا ما ركعت كبرا عدلا عن جنة نزلها المستهزئين أزاغهن النفوس إبليس قديس. You'll find another line will be like this. تنزيل باسم خلق الإنسان من علا. I descended to earth in the name of human creation. I descended to the earth from high, from the heavens. من علا, from up. ما ركعت كبرا. I didn't kneeling. I'm not kneeling to get a paradise of the human. And the devil, or the dark, or the prince of darkness, or the king of darkness, is talking and say he is holy, and he deceive people. أزاغهن النفوس إبليس. It has double meaning, that your النفس أمارة بالسوء هي التي تزيغك، أو أزاغ لأنها أزاغهن عائدة على النفوس مؤنث، فإبليس هو أزاغ النفوس حيدها عن طريق النور. هناك this solves the problem of the معضلة الشر, the evil theory, where evil come from if there was only one God. There are two gods, the God of light, the God of darkness, the God of good, the God of evil. They are fighting. So there is good and evil in our life. There is light and darkness in our life. There are good people and bad people in our life. Because these two gods are equal. If it was one God and created the devil, he can easily destroy him or have a control on him, but equal fighting. So, and you find the human, they fighting for the human. So if the first line is a coincidence, the second is coincidence, they here the point is the human, they fight for the human. So this it makes narrow. So it's impossible to be a coincidence. The many coincidence in the same text means it's not a coincidence. So let's say I'm still Sharif, not the alien who is talking about his script or about his verses. Because the old religion, like Islam, was challenging people to bring verses like him. Very easy, very simple for a super intelligent to build the human life in one text, hidden. The aliens, they don't write in one direction like human, in many directions at the same time. They're all in the same time. They put the words like puzzles in the same time. They give you a text and could be read from all directions and give you images. So according to Dawkins, he has no evidence of the God. But I'm giving him evidence now through that. Many coincidences in the same text means it's not a coincidence. If it's not a coincidence, who alien? If you believe that the alien is exist, that means God exists. If you believe that any invisible kind of life exists, that means a God exists. There could be an alien between God and human. And it could be a God orders the alien to. Anyway, so, and even if, and when we say some aliens are immortal, they are the gods of Egypt. The word alien means they come from outside Earth. The word alien doesn't mean they're green like the movie. The word alien means they come from outside Earth. And immortal, they have immortal spirits. They're the gods of Egypt. Which is the doctors say I'm delusional because of them. If you look at this verse, you'll find here this is the sun, the Amun Ra. Amun Ra, the god of Egypt. And fighting with the god Set, Osiris, and the Trinity fights. Osiris fighting with Set. And you find Osiris is sitting, as in the ancient Egypt scriptures. So please, Mr. President, find an interpreter, and I will send this to you with the other video. So please take what I'm saying very serious. So the movie has two theories: a psychotic, a crazy, or a real alien. If it was psychotic, so you must help a person who is needing help to stop his torturing. And if it's an alien, will not ask for help, he will threatening you. If an alien, I'm threatening you to make an example of you and your country. Finish. So you have the two theories, the two concepts. And the choice will be up to you. So we refer to Dawkins now through these verses, and we'll see if this. I made a video before about this, but in Arabic. I will make this video now in English, so there could be a better understanding. Mr. President, I'll try to. If you take three lines mean you take line from up down to up, and again from up to down, and again from down to up. 3 lines. Lines means we pick up words from every sentence up to down in 3 lines: white, yellow, red. And the words which we don't use, we'll make it in black, cover by black. From down to up. أمن له القدوس إبليس، أمن له القدوس إبليس تفطر لذكره شموسا عبوسا في أولى. You find an interpreter and translate. أما له القدوس إبليس تفطر لذكره شموسا عبوسا في أولى عدل عن ولد في 3. محمد عبس وتولى. والقدوس عنده هو إبليس الذي لم يلد ولم يولد. إبليس ليس ثالوث واحد. دما صليبا على، عدل عن ولد في 3 دما صليبا على. من على عصاة ترى عين ضعيفا العلي في العلا منزلا بالأرض أحد اعتلاها نور. أي هذا المذكور الذي يعبد إبليسا أعرض عن مصلوب هو ولد في ثالوث أقدس، ولد لعذراء وآب سماوي، انصلب ودمه على الصليب ونزل الأرض. لم يدفن ولكن نزل بلو لم يدفن دفنا كاملا، ضعيفا وليس ميتا. أحد اعتلاها نوري، قام من نوم أو من ضعف أو من موت ظهري. أحد قام الأحد Sunday، وأخراه ربنا جالسا للسماء على يمين الآب. بالقائمين ذكرا يوسى أخرى. يوسى أي يكرم ويفيض كريم. بالقائمين أي هناك مصلين يذكرون ذكرا. هذا الذكر في اسمه كريم، القرآن الكريم. وما أوحيناه، أي نحن الآلهة. We never inspired this Quran. ما يموت بالأرض العلي الإنسان، وما قتلوه وما صلبوه على جبل من صلب بالأرض. ما يموت بالأرض العلي الإنسان على جبل من صلب بالأرض، وما قتلوه وما صلبوه. ولد ولد بأولة ربك من صلب. وقد كفر الذين قالوا إن الله ثالث ثلاث، قل هو الله أحد لم يلد ولم يولد. ما يموت بالأرض، فهذا الذكر قال ما يموت بالأرض العلي الإنسان على جبل من صلب بالأرض ولد ولد بأولة ربك. في العيون المستهزئين أهلة، أي هؤلاء المصلين الذين يستهزئون بالصليب في أعينهم أهلة. Crescents, because they worship the god of moon, the god of the crescent in the mosques. يوم الهوى قوله ذل. يوم الهوى أي يوم تهوى الأفئدة يوم القيامة. قوله ذل كافر أرجت نفس الكافرين في العيون وطيسا بآخر. أي يوم القيامة سوف لن يجد شيئا يقول هذا الكافر بالصليب. قوله ذل لا يجد شيئا يقول. كافر رجت نفس الكافرين الذين كفروا بالصليب يرجون هذا الكافر، أي هو كافر وهو مرجو من كفرة بالصليب الإسلام. في العيون وطيسا بآخرة يحرق. وثلاث بالأرض دنا روح المؤمن جنة للسماء رفع. ثالوث العذراء والآب والابن دنوا بالأرض الثلاث. كان سببا في دخول وأدخل المؤمن الجنة. بالعذاب حي كالجنة، هذه الجنة مرفوعة بالسماء لا تدرك الأبصار invisible. بالعذاب حي كافر يحيا بالموت، أي الذي كفر بالصليب يحيا بعد الموت ليعذب. لا عبد رب بالقائم من اسمه الأعلى، أي هناك آلهة كثيرة عبدت ولكن أعلى من عبد بمن قاموا وإله الشمس الصليب the zodiac. وهو لماذا؟ لأنه هو ضمان القيامة، وهو الوحيد الذي قام من موت وقام من نوم. قيامتك من النوم أيها الإنسان هو إشارة لقيامتك من موت. النوم موتة صغرى. الذي ضمن قيامتك من النوم يضمن قيامتك من الموت. فأي عقل كان لدوكنز. فسنرى عندما توصل هذه الخطوط سيظهر هذا المختل دوكنز بشكل عجيب. There are also lines to straight lines on the in these verses explain the resurrection of the God after crucifying. Straight line. So this thing it's impossible to be all coincidence. So we'll see the Dawkins with the same verses, same letters up, the same letters down. If you say he's not Dawkins, we will find the descriptions around his face. You see, who is this man? You will find here on his forehead عدل عن ربك أولى. عدل عن ربك أولى. عدل عن ربك أولى أي أعرض. He rejected, he refused the God. He born the Christian but he refused, rejected the cross. Rejected the cross. You will find here his normal nose, and his nose is getting taller, for he's a liar. To show that this man is Dawkins, we move this like this. You will find him the same forehead. See, his forehead is very characteristic. His forehead is very characteristic, and his hair is very characteristic. When you put it like this, you will find the same forehead, the characteristic forehead, the characteristic hair, but in the head of monkey. Same forehead, same hair on a monkey. Half monkey, half human. Could that be a human made? And the description say في المستهزئين, and he was mocking, he was making jokes of God. في المستهزئين. في المستهزئين. So if you look at him, you find on his ears في المستهزئين. عدل عن ربك أولاه وفي المستهزئين. في العيون وطيسا بآخرة يشوى في جهنم. لن يؤمن. دوكنز لن يؤمن لي وسأحشره في جهنم. أمامك الفرصة لتؤمن. أنت لن تؤمن وستحشر في جهنم. finish. في المستهزئين عدل عن ربك أولاه. rejected, refused the God. يوم الهوى قوله ذل. كافر أرجت نفس الكافرين. يوم القيامة, at the judgment day, you will find nothing to say, especially after this miracle. And his followers of atheists will stuck at this day. They will beg him to save them. Impossible. If you find this video and you fail to believe or to have faith in me in what I'm saying, there is no way you could be saved. Impossible. So Dawkins, Dawkins, monkey, lion. عدل عن ربك أولى. So let's say the first line is a coincidence, second is a coincidence. The three lines describing that there is a God and he is crucified and the people who reject him will be in hell, and give you the Dawkins or someone, an image, a symbol, looks resemblance, carry a resemblance to Dawkins, and say he's rejected the God on his face. He was making jokes on God. فمستهزئين عدل عن ربك. رجت نفسه الكافرين. He's a disbeliever and was followed by disbelievers, the atheists. So this kind of intelligence is impossible to be a human intelligence.
Could be a God that's behind it all, and what we're doing is
المستهزئين.
physicists, chemists, biologists working out God's laws. And if that's how it is, I am thrilled to be part of that noble journey. I then add by saying, look, there's no evidence for that. I don't see any reason to believe that. And if what we're doing is just working out the laws of physics or chemistry or biology, and that's all that you need for a universe, I'm thrilled to be part of that journey. So the bottom line is, from a sociological, from a historical viewpoint, religion's very, very interesting, but it's kind of profoundly uninteresting to answer the deep questions, because I feel like all I'm doing is replacing one mysterious set of words framed scientifically with another set of equally mysterious words that are framed non-scientifically. Now, I should say, after I say that, I always apologize, because I am all for hedging your bets. I'm not beyond that at all. What do you think of that view? Well,
المستهزئين عدل عن ربك أولى.
I think that the sort of Newtonian, I mean, Newton thought that he was working out God's laws.
طلع دين أمك. طلع دين أمك. Dawkins, the monkey. I will show also in this video that coincidence, there is no way to be repeated in the same manner. And I remind you what the Einstein say about coincidence. I never think of the future. It comes soon enough. A coincidence is a small miracle when God choosing to remain anonymous. The God choosing to remain invisible, but he give you a fingerprint. So we'll see examples of the aliens' existence and the seriousness of what I'm referring to. You are still a step from death. October the 27th, October 2019. 27th October 2019.
Have to accept when someone I will never pay for the train ticket. The next time you come for a train ticket, you will come to kill me.
The next time you come for a train ticket, you'll come to kill me and make a very big headache. That video was you are stepless step from death. Stepless step, which is a train exit, the train door. The train door has no steps. Stepless step. You are stepless step from death. So when on the platform, you don't need the steps. But if the train away from the platform, you need steps. That's where someone jumped from the train, stepless step from death. We'll see now.
الفريق كامل الوزير وزير النقل والمواصلات النهارده هو وقيادات هيئة سكك حديد مصر وكل قيادات وزارة النقل توجهوا لمنزل محمد عيد اللي توفى امس امبارح في حادث القطار رقم 934 اللي هو قطر اسكندرية طنطا واللي توفى بسبب تعنت الكمساري بتاع القطر واجبره على ان هو ينزل واثناء نزوله توفى يصيب واحد تاني. وزير النقل توجه لبيت المتوفي النهارده في المنطقة.
During from Alexandria to Luxor. Forcing two men to jump off the train. The next time you come to ask me for a train ticket, you will come to kill me. Muhammad Eid has been killed the next day because of a train ticket and jumped for a train. He was a stepless step from death and he got killed the next day. Another example. I will not make stress for myself anymore. You will die, Mr. Governor. The 24th of July 2019.
The importance of mental illness and the other
That is what I'm saying as a mental illness, and the other will watch your death in the next video. Mr. President, at this time I used to make a short video daily. So on the 24th, you will die, Mr. Governor, you will die, Mr. President. The next day, on the 25th of July, Sipsi has been died. Baji Qaid Sipsi. Baji Qaid Sipsi. Death. His death on the 25th of July 2019. Take what I'm saying as a mental illness, but others will watch your death in the next video, Mr. President. The next day, Tunisian President Baji Qaid Sipsi, which his name has symbol has been mistaken with Sisi, has been killed invisibly or died. Or there was an allegation has been taken some poisoned. Another example. March, the 11th of March 2019. Racism is a serious matter in Australia. A house disaster, Uzi and 5. Disaster, Uzi, house, 5. Aliens. The Christchurch attack. The Christchurch shooting. An Uzi. Uzi means an Uzi person. Disaster made by an Uzi person. On the 15th of March. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. The 5th day, there was a shooting. Have you got it? The house? The arrest of the Uzi disaster. The Uzi which made a disaster. The Uzi which made a disaster. Have a look here to the trees and the house. The same colors, same color, and the same tree. The same color, white and orange. Same color of the house and the trees, same tree. Two aliens, disaster, Uzi. Uzi means an Australian person made a disaster shooting. And they found out racism is a serious matter in Australia. This man is racist. He killed these people because he is racist, not because of religion, because of his race. He is a white supremacist. So I'm telling you, racism is a serious matter in Australia. Brenton Tarrant. And I bought you the house and refer to a disaster made by an Uzi and two aliens. And the 5 refers to the 5th day, and the 5 o'clock, and the 5 counts of trespassing you gave to me. The same tree and the same colors. Look. Here he is being arrested, the house, the tree. So the aliens want to tell you, we're not predicting, we're not expecting. This, I'm not stick to this theory, but I'm putting it to you. You watch the future and we'll come back to like this. You watch this house. You watch that tree. And we'll come back to record this for you. To give you an example that your destination is changeable. You can change your destination. and your future and destroy you and your queen and your crown and your country and America. But we offer you first friend to be friendly and to bring justice. The immortal spirits, they don't care about bodies. They will kill you for the sake of your children, for the sake of your family. I beg you to bring justice. Because if the scum wasn't be taken to jail, their children will be targeted by aliens. There will be no way to let them. So you will live with your children's blood on your hands, Ibn Sharmuta. So I'm giving you the Albert Einstein said, and as any average person could say, that many coincidence means it's not a coincidence. There is something you can't see is controlling. In the last video, I agreed that torturing me caused psychotic outcome. Now I'm challenging this like the K-Bax movie. You have two theories, and the choice is you. It's up to you. A coincidence is a small miracle when God chosen to remain anonymous.